there. This video will be on your budgets. Now if you haven't already done so, please watch the main demonstration video. A lot of what I'll be talking about today will make a lot more sense if you've watched that main demonstration video on the TrueERP page, okay? Now if you haven't already done so, go ahead and watch that. If you have, then let's go ahead and proceed. Now today we're actually going to be covering a brief overview of what your budget module can actually do for you. Okay, again, this is going to be a very brief and quick overview. Now first things first, whenever you're creating a budget, you first need to define the budget. Now you would do so by going ahead and clicking right here. Alright, now let's go ahead and choose one that's already in our system here. And let's choose our sales budget. Now there is no limit when you're creating budgets. There is an endless amount of budgets that you can create within TrueERP. So again, there is no limit. You can create as many budgets as many as you'd like to. Okay? So here, the first thing you would need to enter is the name of the budget, the specific description, the start date, and then define your periods. Now in this case, I'm using a yearly budget, so I only want 2 years for this budget. Now you can change that. You can change it all the way down from yearly to a daily budget if you would like to do so. But in this case, I'm going to leave it yearly, and I'm going to leave my periods to 2. So I want to create this budget for 2 years. As you can see, the end date will automatically populate depending on what you enter here. Alright? Next is you would go ahead and create whether you'd like to see it in aggressive or conservative. Now these descriptions, you can change these of course, and you can edit or call them whatever you'd like to call them. In this case, I'm just going to go ahead and leave it to aggressive and conservative. I would like to see 2 different amounts, and I'm going to leave it just like so. And then I would need to choose the different departments, as you can see here. You can choose which departments you'd like to create the budget for, or which departments you want to leave out. In this case, I would like to leave all my departments on there, or my locations. Alright, once you've gone ahead and defined your budgets, all you would need to do is click Save. That would now bring you to the section where you would need to enter your budget amounts, exactly what you would like to budget. So here you'd see your budget name, you'll have your full periods, your start date and your end date, and then here this is your period 1. Now you can change these amounts for period 1 or period 2, or you can keep them all the same. Alright? So once you populate your aggressive numbers as well as your conservative numbers, and you choose which accounts you'd like to set these budgets for, then you're all set and ready to go. Now I'd also like to cover that you can also set budgets for jobs or specific dates if you would like to do so. Alright, but in this case I'm going to stick to my periods, I'm going to stick to my yearly budget, and I'm going to leave it just like this. And I've already entered my aggressive and conservative amounts, as you can see here, for all my different locations. And then it also has your totals here in the very end. Alright, now you can, like I said earlier, you can go ahead and change for the next period your amounts, or if you'd like to leave it the same, you would just go ahead and copy to all periods. Click that little button there. Once you click that button, you can do a quick budget variation, meaning do you want your periods after 2015 for the next year, do you want the variation to decrease or increase or decrease by specific percentage or dollar? So again, this would automatically calculate it for you depending on what you enter here. So you could increase or decrease your budget depending on what you enter by a particular percentage or dollar. In this case, I just want to leave it alone and leave the figures as is. So again, don't change anything, just go ahead and click copy. Alright, so that's now created our budget for us. Now let's go ahead and close this out, and we can take a look at that within our budget list. Now if I were to go ahead and look for that, let me just scroll down here. Here I would go ahead and see my sales budget. There we go. So we have 2 budgets for the 2 years that I've gone ahead and created. Alright, now if you wanted to edit anything within this, all you would need to do is double click and it would bring you to that budget page, and you can edit any of those values if you choose to do so. Alright, in this case we're just going to go ahead and close that out. Alright, another way that you can go ahead and edit that is choosing your budget variation. So if I click on this button that you see here, now I can go ahead and find that budget. There we go. And select that same budget that I created. Again, it's just going to tell me what period I'm working with here. And if I want to change or copy or change that budget or change that particular period, I could do so. And again, I could choose a different account, and then I could go ahead and define if I want the variation to be in dollars, percentage, if I want it to be increase or decrease. So that's as easy, very easy whenever you're doing any budget variations or you need to do any changes to the existing budgets that you have. Okay, very, very simple. All right, let's go ahead and click that out. Now, once you've done that, you're now ready to go ahead and run a budget report. Now, if I were to go to our budget profit and loss report, let's go ahead and pop open this list. Okay, so here it's popped open our profit and loss for a year. All we would need to do is go ahead and choose the budget that we were working with, and again, we were looking at our sales budget. So we'll go ahead and click on that, click refresh. And there we go. It now populates your income accounts as well as the budget and the variance between the budgets. So as you can see here, my aggressive budgets, I'm really far behind. And of course my conservative budgets, I'm not that far behind, but I'm still not hitting, depending on what I've actually set the value on, I'm still not hitting that number. Okay, so again, you would be able to see the budget and the variance for that particular year that you see here. Alright, and it'll tell you the totals of how far you're actually off. Now if we scroll down, obviously this won't be filled out yet, but once we actually reach that year, this will slowly go ahead and fill itself out and go ahead and calculate those amounts for us. Alright, you can also choose your different departments if you choose to do so within here. So let's close that out. If we go to the budgets versus actual, that's another report that we have. And here, you would actually be able to even choose your budgets here, just like so. And then if we scroll down to our particular accounts, there we go. If we scroll down to those accounts, we can actually see the aggressive, the variations, and again, the conservative amount, and what's that percentage for this particular budget that we actually set. Alright, let's close that out. We can also do a job report. So if we click on your job report, we can also choose that budget and now monitor different jobs that we've done and also the variations within those jobs. So again, if I were to choose this company and I wanted to see just this company alone, go ahead and click on that. And here we'll see our actuals, the variations within them, and what's the percentage. So this customer is one of our best customers. As you can see here, we are hitting our numbers for this main customer. So again, you can set a budget for particular jobs if you choose to do so as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and close this out. Also, we have many different budget reports. So if you click on the budget on this section here, we also have these reports that you can run for your budgets. We also have lots of different reports within your accounts as well, okay, to do your budget comparisons. Lots and lots of different reports there. Let's go ahead and close this out. Now don't forget, TrueERP is real time, meaning anytime you make a sale or you have any returns or you have any work in progresses, that automatically updates your accounts and informs your budget. So these reports will always be up to date because TrueERP is always real time. Well, that's basically a quick overview of what your budget module can do. Again, this is by no means a detailed demonstration, So if you have any further questions, please reach out to your local branch and they would be happy to go ahead and set up a particular meeting so we can make sure that we answer all of your questions and go through the modules much more in detail. Thank you guys so much for watching and have a great day.